Dornheim is a very special place among the Bach cities and Bach places, because it is by far the smallest community which is connected to the Bach history. And Dornheim has Bach in its crest, as the only Bach place. Plus, if you are following the steps of Johann Sebastian Bach, Dornheim offers a very special advantage. It's because nowhere else you experience two important Bach places with no additional travel. Dornheim is located right on the doorstep of Arnstadt, so to speak. Somebody who is traveling in the matter of Bach can't skip Arnstadt. What do we mean? If you are interested in Johann Sebastian Bach beyond his music, and maybe after reading a biography or enjoying a coffee table book, and you want to explore in person where Bach once was living, working, and acting, Thuringia is first choice. Because Thuringia, with the city of Gotha and the nearby Weimar in the middle, make most Bach cities and Bach places accessible with the least investment of travel. Between Leipzig and the Bach heartland, it's at least a distance of 1.5 hours to drive. To Köthen, it's even 2. However, the cities of Eisenach, Mühlhausen, Ohrdruf, Weimar, and Arnstadt are located relatively close together, and actually almost with no lost travel time, it is just possible to visit Dornheim. Dornheim is located only 2 minutes drive away from the city limit of Arnstadt. It is 5 minutes drive from the center of Arnstadt to the village center of Dornheim. How big is Dornheim? Tiny, very tiny. 580 residents are living there. Sometimes there are a few more, sometimes a few less. Dornheim is part of the Ilm County in Thuringia and is mentioned in a document for the first time in the year 815. Is there much to discover? No, not really. Is there important stuff to explore? Yes, of course. For Bach enthusiasts in particular. Because in Dornheim, the church is located in which Johann Sebastian Bach married his second cousin, Maria Barbara Bach. In one discipline, Dornheim wins clearly against the great Bach cities. Johann Sebastian Bach decided more than 300 years ago to marry exactly there, not in Arnstadt, not in Geren, where his father-in-law, composer Johann Michael Bach, was an exquisitely notable organist, plus not in Mühlhausen, where Bach was living and working at the time of his marriage. Both Arnstadt and Mühlhausen had impressive cathedrals, and those would have been places matching the magnitude of such a composer and the occasion, and would have been real highly representative environment for his wedding. No, Bach preferred, in October of the year 1707, the small, likable church right at the doorstep of his former workplace to tie the knot with Maria Barbara. However, they had to close down the church because of ruinous state. It was even considered to tear the church down. To avoid this doom, the Circle of Friends of the Wedding Church of Johann Sebastian Bach Society was founded. That was in 1996. Today, this society is respected worldwide and honored. This society managed, of course with the help of more institutions, to collect far over $1 million in a decade, and so to save the priceless construction. Later, the church tower distressed, but this society managed a second time to collect the needed money for its restoration. In the last Bach year, they could excite some 30,000 Bach fans to visit. That is almost as many folks that the Bach House in Eisenach attracts each year. Today, the little Bach living room, the Bach Memorial, and, of course, the Wedding Church are inviting you to visit Dornheim and to add it to the must-sees of your tour planning. And this is what the offer of Dornheim is about. Travel to one destination and visit 2 rewarding Bach places. For instance, have a great day in Arnstadt and get coffee and dessert in Dornheim, in Little Bach Living Room. Dornheim is awaiting you. Welcome.